We are doing a video talking about 3 easy things to keep in mind to help better your squat. And we have a special guest today, buff girl Michaela.
Hello.
Yeah, she's very willing to help us out because she wants a better squat. I think you talked to me about maybe some issues whenever you squat, especially with a barbell. Your lower back might hurt a little bit, you know, and as you can tell, she's pretty tall. How tall are you?
6 foot.
6 foot. Now, the leverage system changes a little bit the taller you are, the shorter you are, so things can differ a bit more, or person to person, I should say. But we're gonna be going over these 3 easy kind of exercises and mobility things to perform to hopefully better your squat here. So Michaela is the star of this. She's going to be showing you what it should look like. But first up is going to be a bit more of mobility type movements. Full squat, so obviously without any weight, get in position, just get in a full squat. As you can see, her legs are a bit wider than shoulder. Toes are pointed out in a comfortable position. And she's going to lower down in the bottom position all the way. As you tell, her hip crease is below knee, and she's just kind of staying in this position using her arms to slightly push out to help open the hips up. Now, this is a perfect thing to introduce in any kind of, you know, before lower body, you know, exercise or workout here, because it really kind of just helps you open you up, kind of gets in this position, makes you comfortable. Now, not everyone is this flexible or mobile right away, so it's something to work into sometimes, but usually you hold this position for anywhere from 10, 15 to 20 seconds, depending, and then you can get up to the top position, kind of kick it out. You can do any kind of mobility stuff you can do. You can either do lateral squats here, you can do leg swings, but the full squat is probably one of the best things because you're actually getting into the position that you should be in a squat. So that's one good thing to practice. Now, doing it without weight is one thing, but introducing a little bit of weight might help you get into the proper position a little bit more. So we're gonna be doing some goblet squats. So we got a kettlebell here, and Michaela, once again, is going to be the model of this exercise here. So you're gonna be grabbing the kettlebell, as you can tell. So you're gonna be grabbing it by the horns, you're gonna be lifting it right under her chin. There you go. And same positioning as a full squat, as you did in the mobility drill. Getting down the bottom position there, good. And now with the kettlebell here, it's not only gonna create a bit more downward force there, the gravity's gonna be pulling a little bit heavier just because you have weight now, but it's also, since you have the weight here, you're gonna be forced to try to bring that chest up. There you go, and you're pushing your hips kind of to your legs there. So all of a sudden your torso is a bit more vertical because now you're kind of trying to compensate for that weight. Instead of pulling it forward, you gotta pull it back, brings the chest up, and creates a little bit more tension in the legs too. And now we can actually go ahead and do a few reps. So top position, back down to bottom, boom. There you go, good. Just working into that positioning and opening you up to make sure you're getting that proper squat form. And as you can tell, a good full range of motion too. The hip crease is still going slightly below the knee. And it's not easy, but good, perfect. So it's pretty much the full squat, either without weight or with weight. We've got the goblet squat too, so it's really just getting comfortable in that full squat position, but sometimes people have a problem or an issue of activating the glutes properly. So you get more activation in the quads, quad dominant, or maybe even lower backs, compensating a little bit for, you know, your lesser mobility in some areas. So to really fire those glutes up can help you with your squat, not only strengthen it, but proper positioning too. So we got a little band here, some band work. So you do the honors. Should I put you on like a corset here, or what do they call it when you put it around your leg? Okay. So it's gonna go right above the knee, just like so. Perfect. There we go.
This was a game changer for me.
This is a game changer. We actually just tried this not too long ago during a leg workout, and immediately you didn't feel much pain in the lower back, right? Yeah, because your glutes are activating a bit more, especially the gluteus medius. And now it's gonna force you, because it's wanting to pull your legs together, but it's gonna force you to create torque and to create activation in the glute medius there by pulling your legs out, and it's firing up those glutes a bit more, bam, just like so, good. The thing is, it's gonna move up a little bit, but in this one, you don't have to necessarily get that full range of motion on this one, but it is really just like, let's go ahead and bring it down, widen there we go, down there, perfect, and then back up, excellent, just like so. So you don't have to go too far below knee, but you do really wanna bring those knees out as you squat down. So now it's forcing you to pull those knees out, activate a bit more in the glutes. It's gonna help stabilize the motion that much more. So some people that have a problem with activating the glutes during legs, or even just day-to-day stuff, walking around, sitting, a lot of people can have back problems because their glutes aren't activating right, their hips aren't stabilized. So this can really help with that band work here. Now this is just a simple one with squats, but you can actually perform these with weight. So you can throw a barbell, actually just do barbell squats with the band here. And it's really gonna fire those glutes up. So real simple here. Good? Feeling good? Nice. So now we're on to the last one. And so we're gonna take this band off, don't need any more. You just, see, I matched it. We matched for
Yes.
you. Yeah. Blue on blue. The buff do blue colors, right? So this last one. Now you'll see a lot of people just wear, simple running shoes or gym shoes in the gym, or you'll see a lot of people take off their shoes when performing squats. Now taking off the shoes, the hard thing is with a lot of these running shoes is that they have a very soft sole. It is slightly elevated, but it's soft, so it doesn't, your feet can kind of collapse a little bit because of the softness of it. So sometimes taking your shoes off can be a bit more stable. You have a bit more grounded, in your stance there, and then you feel like you can get a bit more of a stable squat there. But sometimes you're just not mobile enough. You start compensating for the immobility in your hips, or maybe even the inflexibility in your hamstrings or so on. So you'll either see people wear Olympic style lifting shoes, which has a really solid sole there, and it is also elevated at the same time. So it gets you in the proper positioning. So with this one, you want to take your shoes off. So we don't want the soft soles on this one. We want a little bit more of a sturdy stance, more grounded, and your heels are going to be elevated here. So now we're going to be forming the full squat again, but now with the heels elevated, let's go ahead and go down to the bottom position, and you should immediately feel it's a bit easier to get in that full squat position there, just because it's changing the positioning. The heels slightly elevated. It's going to allow you to open up a bit more, especially if you have some problems with mobility. But this is an easy fix too, to get a little bit better range of motion. If you feel you have a hard time getting that hip crease below knee level to get that full squat. And of course, knees always pointed outward, following the toes. And there you go, chest up. Awesome. That's sweet. So that's 3 easy exercises to perform to kind of help train you to get used to that full squat positioning. So that way, when you do start doing your barbell squats, you're going to feel a little bit more solid. Now, with all of these, let's say with the band work or with the heels elevated, you can introduce the barbell with those. Of course, with the full squats and the goblet squats, you kind of just do those on their own. A little bit more mobility, warm up, and then start implementing the band work and the elevated heels with the barbell or even dumbbells, depending on if you're doing farmer squats, just to create that bigger range of motion, that better feel, and the better activation there too, and some muscles that should be being used in these exercises. So there we go. Thanks, Michaela. That was a good high five. Dang, she is a buff girl. Thanks for joining us today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like these in the future, please let us know. We're always appreciating that. And we're gonna do a little sign off. So, as always, stay buff. Come on, just say it. Oh, yeah. She's shy. It's okay. She'll warm up to it. I'm a talker, I know. I fill the space. Ready? One more.
Your timing
So, as always,
stay buff.
yeah. Yeah, you got it.
I thought you were gonna say it with me.
No, I put you on the spot that time. Thanks. All right, I'm out of here.